a Sylvester Namiwa apita kukaendera ku Khato Cival kumene ndithu kuli ogwira ntchito aku South Africa. Company amene onse amene akugwira ntchito mda ku South Africa komano muno wake company imeneyi tikudziwa kale kuti ndi CMB. Ndiye kumene kwa Sylvester Namiwa ali ndi mafuso ochuluka kwambiri komanso kufuna kumvetsa kuti kumene kuchitika chani nanga nchifukwa chani akupanga izi nchifukwa chani sakupanga izi. For example, kumene kuli mafuso kuti ino banji alonde eniwa osatenga akumalawi konkuno banji mukutenga aku South Africa kaya kuti nanga banji simenti nanga zambiri nde timusiye kuti tikusiyeni kuti imenemo chifukwa mafuso alipo ndithu.
Where the actual construction directly connecting to the water project itself. First, we are dealing with campsites where we build our offices, what. In all those things, we have a government team, a conversation team. People, here we have the chief executive of SPV, who is the overseer of the whole project. We have people from lands, we have people from finance, people from DC, he's the head of that. That team of more than 15 people, they went in all permanent sites, starting from here, Mvera, Katengeza, up to Lifo. They made assessments. People were paid. Others who had complaints were given chance to go back, and then because of devaluation, they were repaid back some money. So most of outstanding compensations were done in permanent size. That was the first phase. The second phase, which is coming, is about now the pipeline, which is in the process. There is nothing which has started. It has not commenced on pipeline. People are making assessment. There will be a government team which will be coming to do assessment of the people, the properties of the people, which is in progress. So on that one, people might misunderstand that possibly people along the pipeline, their houses were demolished or their properties were told not to farm. No. The project was approved by APM government in 2017. It started, commences in preliminary works in that time. Environmental assessment was done this time. This time now is implementation. What is being done now is the permanent size. These are the concrete works. From this stage, we are going to the other stage now, pipeline, where the pipe will run. But I think I was telling my director that since the CEO is here, is the overall. He can wind up on that one.
No, he's okay, not around. I will just add what you are saying. Your question, I heard it. It's about compensations of people. And I want to assure you and tell you here, without fear or favor, that as a contractor, we follow processes. As the DC, the Afumu and our stakeholder manager has clarified. There is no way we start works on an affected land without first compensating people. If it happens, that will be an error which we can correct, and then we sort it out. And I will tell you, and I'll assure you, and I'll assure the public that as far as you're concerned, Khato Cival, after meeting all the processes from identifying, working with the DC's office, Lands office, and other government institutions to compensate the affected areas, we then compensate everybody. But however, as the other people are saying that there are certain areas we're going to do in the next phase. We cannot start compensating them in advance before we get there. It's just, that the project took longer. So some, they're still farming that area. And then as we approach it and we want to start working, we then send our advance team. They do assessments. We evaluate the costing and everything, the pricing, and agree in the presence of the local authorities, which is DC, the Mafumu, the other guys there. And then we compensate each other.
I think in summary, Mr. Manengo, people have been compensated, but compensation is a continuous process.
Yes.
So in the past, whatever assessments have been done, people have been paid. But that's not the end of it. As we go along, as we start the pipeline, assessments will be done and people will be compensated. At the inlet, some houses have been destroyed because we paid the people. So everybody's been paid, now we are working on site. So it's a continuous process. But people have been compensated, and they will be compensated.
Good.
I hope that helps.
Just to add on that, and once if people are not convinced with the compensation, they always complain to our office. I think we've resolved a number of issues.
Yes.
Remember several issues regarding people who are not happy, and we come in. as the government entry point on these matters. We observed quite a number of issues to do with compensation, and we are always available to see to it that the people haven't been left as destitute, but rather the due process has been done. Sure.
Quite DC, we have had cases where in a project like this one, instead of standing with the people, you side with the contractor. I don't know, what is your approach now?
I think it's a completely different approach. I think him, I've dealt with him, he knows how I stand. Sometimes I haven't been very good to him. Remember, on several occasions, I stand for people. I'm here for people. And if the people are happy, then that's what we stand for. So be assured that in as far as the DC's office is concerned, we stand with the people. In fact, we don't want the people to suffer. Such projects, they are beneficial to the community and we need water, but it shouldn't bring suffering to the community at the same time. So people needs to be left the way they were, or they should be better off. That should be the focus. Yeah. They should be better off than before.
Talking of the involvement of the locals, we have a concern that Khato, you are importing labor all the way from South Africa, Botswana, instead of recruiting Malawians. You have guards here that are from South Africa. Are you telling us we don't have Malawians that can work as guards here?
No, I'll respond on that before maybe my fellow other management team can respond. I'll tell you. Of course, we've got some guards we imported from South Africa. One reason is this. We're working in different sites here. Initially, when we started, we had only had guards locally here. But I'll tell you, as you see those machines, I'll show you that in the excavator. You can show them. You can show that excavator there. That excavators, there are about more than 50 of them around the pipeline. So in the areas like this, we then leave them at night with the security officer and to look around here. And maybe 2 of them. So we had cases here, which is a real matter of concern, that they start, the same security local guys we have entrusted to look after the machines. They now bring in Zigubu and other local people. They're stealing fuel. So what we had done for security there was to say, let's have the one who brought South Africa, we pay him with a local.
This is a public. It's for the people. It's a project for the people. So as he said, that's why you see the first critical stakeholder is the Bwana DC. In everything involving this project, he is involved. The issues of land acquisition, the issues of conflicts management, the issues of looking into the progress of the project. In everything, we consult the DC. Issues of compensation, he is always there. And we have also our senior chief, Chiwede, who is with us today. And we have, these are group village headman from the community. We do things together. When there is a problem, we meet, we discuss, and we move forward. What I wanted to put forward is that in this project, there is too much of consultation, too much of interaction, too much of making decisions together, solving problems together. I think I should stop there because on my part, I wanted just to introduce the people whom we are working with. This is true not only here. In all sites, we go to Mvera, we work with the community within Mvera. We go to Katengeza, work with the chiefs and the community in that area. We go to Katengeza, is the same thing. That also goes beyond that. The project, if it is at EMCHS, is the community around this place who benefits. We constructed during site establishment that tent wire there and the campus there. It's the local community who has built that as laborers. Here, although the tanks needs expertise, but the local labor is from here. Like here at Doha, we have almost as of now, just for this, more than 40 people, Malawians, local, from the community who are working here. You go to Mvera, we have almost 50 people working within Mvera. At Katengeza, we have 60 people, local from the villages. The principle, the direction, the policy of our management is that this project should benefit Malawians first than foreigners. So anything happening, artisans who are around, they have an opportunity, they are working here, they will have opportunity to be employed when the pipeline starts. I want just to clarify that one. On every side, we first focus on the people from the community until we reach to Rifu, where the project is starting from. But I don't know how far what my director wanted me to, but I wanted just to emphasize we are working with the stakeholders, the community, the DC, the chiefs, and other departments. And ever since, we had no problem on the side, no conflict, no riots, no strikes. Thank you so much, our guest of honor. I wanted just to give you a picture as a background to this project in terms of coordination and working together for the progress of this government project. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manangama. I think we've done introductions to everybody. There are also members of the media which are here with us from different media houses. You are all welcome, and also everybody who is here. Before we continue, I'll also give you an opportunity, Bwana Namiwa, to introduce your team which you came with on this tour. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. To begin with, my sincere apologies. We had issues with transportation, so I kept you waiting, apparently standing. Please forgive us. Next time we'll do much better. You allow me to mix languages for one simple reason, that we are trying to petition Parliament shortly that we should be mixing languages. So I know there are chiefs here. Allow me to be mixing. Toyamba ndi matini tukoze. Kuna kuti tafika pano mwatirandira. Komanso tipepese kuti tinabwera mochedwa. Ulemu umakhala wabwino koma mawu a guest of honor sounding too heavy for me. I'm just an actor voice. Yeah, thank you so much. Atima konta makomorate. Ukati comrade I'm okay. Comrade. Koma usati guest of honor sounds too big. Yes, we are here because this is a public project. Let me thank you, including the district commissioner. You have demonstrated that you understand that ours is representative democracy. In democracy, power belongs to the people. It is for this reason that you remember just a few months or weeks ago, we lined up to elect these people that are in positions. At CDED, we tried to get the citizenry organized so much that they should be able to demand what is right for theirs from the duty bearers. There is this project. Indeed, we have been following this project and a number of projects. This is a project that is close to the hearts of many Malawians, because as we are standing here in Irungwe, we are facing a crisis of water. But then, simply because taxpayers' money is involved, simply because a bill was tabled in Parliament, we are supposed to look at this project with a critical eye. It is for this reason that we decided to write the authorities demanding that the project should stop. Stop because we had outlined reasons. Now I'm thinking here because instead of deciding that we should enter into legal battles, we should enter into fighting through flying letters, you decided to have this conversation here. This is what we want. This is what democracy demands. I don't know the structure, but I have my issues. So maybe I thought I should just introduce the team. Then you should tell us what is happening here and tell us whether we're going to another place or not. From CDED, I have two comrades. The first one, Abit CDED, we call her Abit CDED, my CDED, or mother CDED, Hassan, Zaina. Can you raise your hand? Next, we have Omega Siku. She represents the youth in CDED. And we have our own guy, media guy, Mr. Edwin Mauruka. Mr. somewhere here. Let me stop here. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Mr. Namiwa and your team. know, we learned that there is a mother seeded. You're welcome. Yeah, as when Namiwa said, this is a public project. As Khato Civils, we have nothing to hide. I want to tell you that. And we receive a lot of people here to come and just tour and visit the project, from the parliamentary committees, some government officials themselves from different organizations, schools, universities. They also come to this project to learn what's happening, where they put in theory into practice, you know. So after you raised the concerns of 6 weeks ago, yeah, I understand you didn't have a way to come in to come and also understand, which we say this is the way. So we want to take you through the project here, what's happening here. As you are aware, this project starts from Salima all the way to bring water to Lilongwe. So the project has got intake at Salima there, and then there is a place called Lifu, and then in there is a treatment plant also, where the water is getting treated, and also the reservoirs there. As we were discussing earlier with others, before we arrived, to say that when the current government made an analysis about water demand analysis for the people of Lilongwe and greater Lilongwe itself, to say surrounding areas from Doaye, Mvera, Katengeza, Lifu, they realized that no, they cannot bring untreated water or raw water from the source and passing all the villages here without providing water. So the decision was made to say, let's treat water from the intake. And then from the intake, we now bring clean water, and they also now start giving water along the pipeline to the surrounding areas and villages. So that's why we've got reservoirs also coming in there. But here we're at Chases in Lower. This is the final point, or the final race point, before we get into Lilongwe. Yeah. So here, as you can see, we've got 2 tanks here reservoirs. These are 4 million liter reservoirs. You know, in other words, the amount of pressure in this reservoir is very enormous. And these are 2 of them which are here. And as you can see here, come closer. We also built a pipeline here. This pipeline is now going through to Lilongwe. It will then connect to Kanengo. Yeah. So here we have got our engineer Gidala. He will give some more technical issues on this area. Just spoke on executive level. Yeah, but he will give the analysis. Okay. Over to you, Gidala.
Okay. Thank you, Bwana Director. Inonso mundilora ndiziphatiriza chichewa ndi chizungu kuti tizienda mwachangu. Ngati mena ndina Bwana Director, project ino kuyambirira kwake ndi kulifu kumene tili ndi timati intake area, then from Lifu timafika pa water treatment plant. Tikachoka pa water treatment plant tikubwera kuzafika pa what we call booster station and the tanks pamene pali pakatengeza. Tikachoka pakatengeza tukufika pa second booster station pamene pali pamvera. Mosemu muli matanki ni mapump station. Then pano ndipo malizira minanenera. So tikamachoka kulifu kufika pa Lifu tili ndi matanki atatu ofana na size chimodzimodzi 4 million liters iliyonse. Komanso kupatula limenelo tili ndi water treatment imene iso ipompo kuti madzi aja tikatenga ku nyanja kuja akafika pa Lifu twapange to treat. Tikachoka pamene paja kufika nawo madzi pakatengeza pali matanki amene ndokulirapo kusiyana ndi matanki ena onse amene ali 5 million liters iliyonse, awiri kupanga 10 million liters ya madzi. Tikachoka pamenepo tikubwera pa mvera pamene pali matanki omwewa 4 million liters, komanso pali booster pump station. So pano tili pano pachezi pano mukuona amene panali mwamba ndi tunga level tikuona ku gate kuja. So tinadula kutsitsa musi cholinga choyamba kuti mmene tikuchokera ku Lifu kuja kuzafika pano mphamvu ya mapampu ipangidwe synchronize kunena kuti madzi akafika pano asimapange expend energy ambiri kutoka kuja kuti azafike pano. So mmene level mmene tili pano ndi the highest point kuchokera ku Lifu komanso tikamachoka ku Lilongwe. So tikamachoka pano pano pachezi tilibe booster pump station chifukwa choti madzi sopato tikapanga drove by gravity kupita ku Lilongwe chifukwa tili pa highest point. Mwachidule project ndi mmene ilili. So pano pa chachikulu imene chachitika ngati pachezi pano ndikumanga kwa matanki amene tikwaonawa. Matanki amenewa ndoti anatha kale kwatsala ndikungopanga ntchito zochepa monga ngati kumangirira mavavu ndi kutseka madenga akewa. Koma amene mukuoneramu tayambanso kuyika kaye mapaipi awa opita ku Lilongwe. Iyi pipe mukuiona ikulu ndi imene ikutulutsa madzi kuti amene treated kupita ku Lilongwe. Iyi pipe mukuiona ing'onoyi ndi imene nthawi zina madzi amapezeka kuti fochota apopedwa kuti ambiri ndi mwina apanga apitirira level imene maniko khala mu tanki timati overflow. So imene izathandizanso kuti madzi amene apitirirawo apangidwenso discharge kupita kunja.
Azipita kule.
Amene wande kuti aziraso line yomwe yopita ku Lilongwe koma there is a discharge point outside.
When azipita ko, what will happen?
Pompa panja pa discharge point imene titha kuwatenga madzi aja when we are cleaning we will be able to discharge back to the drainages.
Kwa ataya basi.
Ataya. Koma amene amakhala excess water.
Okay.
Yeah, from galo mtanki mmoja umakhala mapaipi awiri ina yobweza madzi ina yosa excess water to maintain the water level. Katafesa pene. Yeah. So imene ndi ntchito yake. Komanso nthawi zina imene mukukilina mtanki mmoja that's the same pipeline. Sure.
To what level am I allowed to ask questions?
Yeah, as we said now, we're here for conversation.
Okay, fine.
The conversation is started.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We are here as Khato. We are not hiding anything. We are not fighting anything. We want to conversate with you.
Thank you so
So
much.
feel at home, feel welcome.
Thank you.
Discuss all the questions you want to do.
Thank you so
I've got a team of our engineers. Maybe come this side. So that you can come this side, the
Okay.
item. So that from there we can have enough space to discuss freely without holding your items. So we can talk.
Okay.
You know, it's a conversation.
Yeah, to begin with, Bwana DC. Nkhani yoyambira ndona kuti malo ana ndi anthu amene amagwiritsa ntchito. Ajamati people affected with the project, eh?
Yes, perhaps.
Anthu amene wa malo amathandiza. Malo atenga kuti athandize dziko lonse. Say something about compensation. Anthu amene analandira chiputa misonzi ubwino wake ndaonanso atiye alipo mpano. Nkhani ya chiputa misonzi inaenda bwanji. Nkhani ya malo.
Kumene tili kuno
This is a stakeholder also issue.
I think this one should be handled by Valentine.
No. There is the asking No.
Yeah, mafuna nene kuti kumene tili kuno ndikudera kwa tiyanzanga. So I cannot answer this behalf. Maybe the district commissioner can ably explain about that. Am I right?
Yeah, that's in order. I think we have a due process that we follow as a district council. Just suffice to say that that now matters of lands are managed by the district council, and most of the matters to do with compensations are also done. The assessments are done by our team in consultation with the relevant authorities. So where we needed to do compensation here, it was done through our office. So everything was done properly. But also we need to understand that the places like this, sometimes compensation might not necessarily deny the people land over time, because after the project has been completed, this place might be rehabilitated based on the environmental required standard requirement. So some places that require to get back to the people, they might get back to the people. I can give an example. There are some places around here where people might even have required to plant this season. But what we've discussed is no, they might not plant per se. But what will happen is we should be able to do assessment, compensation assessment for that particular areas, because it is still under use, because this place is still under use. So they will be compensated based on what they might have lost during the growing season. so that the land belongs to them, that particular land, but because they are not going to plant this season, they must be compensated for that. There shouldn't be any loss to the people. The project is meant for the people, and it shouldn't affect negatively on the people.